What's good? We back. More C Sports Talk. We back. Detroit Lions talk some more. Like I explained, we're going to pick it up once training camp starts, and a lot more Lions, and a big surprise to come as well for the channel. Also, we're gonna cover some Michigan State football this season. May even cover some high school football as well if you guys would like. Might go to a few games and check it out. That's one of the most organic parts of football right there. That's still really good. But, we're talking about which is more of a threat to the Detroit Lions, the Minnesota Vikings, or the Green Bay Packers. Now, both have major changes this year. Green Bay, Rodgers is coming back healthy. They got Muhammad Wilkerson. Clay Matthews is a year older. Remember, it talks about them possibly cutting him last year. They got a whole bunch of DBs, new DBs this year. I know Jair Alexander is a guy I love coming out of Louisville. They got Jimmy Graham. They got rid of Jordy Nelson. They got the young running back, I forget his name, from last year. A couple young running backs they got coming in. Devontae Adams is back. I think Geronimo Allison is going to have a way bigger role. Randall Cobb is still in the slot. Same usual suspects, I believe, up front for him. For Minnesota, obviously the big and the major change was getting rid of Case Keenum and bringing in Kirk Cousins and giving him a fully guaranteed contract. Also getting Dalvin Cook back, who was doing pretty well versus us when he was healthy until he got injured versus us in the first game last year. And everything else for Minnesota is pretty much the same, I believe. I can't remember exactly who they drafted, but Everson Griffin up front. Kendricks, I like him as a linebacker. Anthony Barr, I think, might be in the contract year. Trey Wayne should be getting better. He from Michigan State. I know a lot of Michigan State Spartans remember him. Xavier Rhodes, great corner. Had a little bit of up and down last year, but he's one of the best shutdown corners. Harrison Smith in the back end. Yeah, I know the Vikings very well, and I know the division opponents very, very well. But the thing about it is, I think Green Bay is in for an epic slide. I know Aaron Rodgers is going to come back on a killing spree. By league rules, he should have been released by the Green Bay Packers. I forgot that they put him on injured reserve and took him off for something they did, but, they covered up for Green Bay. But if it was the Lions, they probably would have, made us drop that player, and he'd have been free for the NFL, any other NFL teams to take. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's just going to make the story that much more beautiful when the Lions do finally close the deal and win the championship and win the Super Bowl, okay? Well, Super Bowl, we have championships for the haters, though. But to be honest, I don't fear Kirk Cousins. But I think Minnesota is going to be the tough route this year. We played them tough last year, beat them one time, and had another tough game coming down the stretch. When we lost Nada, it was just killing our run game. But I think Minnesota is going to be the tougher team in the division. And no disrespect to Chicago, I think Chicago got an amazing future coming up with a lot of young talent, Leonard Floyd and Raekwon Smith, on both on the bookends. And Trubisky got Allen Robinson and Trey Burton. No disrespect, I think Chicago will be a team on the rise that could be a surprise team this year. I think they could. They can do what Tampa Bay couldn't do last year and really be a surprise team. I do believe that, but I think these two are the ones that have a vice grip. And if Jimmy Graham truly don't have nothing in the tank left, like he showed in Seattle, and I think the problem with Seattle wasn't a timing system. It was more on Russell Wilson improvising. And Jimmy Graham, he learned to play football in the timing system with Drew Brees and Sean Payton. And with Jordy Nelson going to the Raiders, if Jimmy Graham don't deliver, and Allison isn't ready, and Cobb is injured all the time, it's going to be pretty much. They better count on the Michigander, Jeff Ennis, and Devontae Adams. We know he trill. But overall, Green Bay defense is horrible, man. They never replaced Julius Peppers, which was a thorn in Stafford's side as well. When you're talking about pass rusher, Clay Matthews moving all over, it takes away from his effectiveness. Middle, outside linebacker, he needs to be rushing the linebacker. Muhammad Wilkerson will help. And they safeties, High Clinton Dix and Burnett, they've been iffy. They got the kid from Washington and Jair Alexander and some other corners. But overall, I think Minnesota is a more dangerous team. I think Rodgers scares me more as a quarterback, but we played them so many times. I think Minnesota is the scarier team next year, in my opinion. Not saying that they're going to have a better record, but I think overall, with their running game, receivers, And that defense and special teams that they do have, I think Minnesota is going to be the team. It's going to be the tougher team for us personally. You know, Green Bay, we speak their language very, very well. In the times they beat us, it's been by Hail Mary or bogus calls, whatever it may be. I'm not worried about Green Bay. You could tell they trending down. They going through a rebuild on the fly. The things that's stopping them from rebuilding is Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. If he goes down to Deshaun Kaiser's they backup quarterback, that's just my opinion. Let me know who you think the tougher matchup is for the Lions this year, Minnesota or Green Bay. It's Motor City Sports Talk. Thanks you guys for continuing to listen. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Those links are in the description or usernames. And also share the videos and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Appreciate it. We're going to move forward. We gone.